assists, 4 steals in the contest. Cameron London leading all scorers with 13 points.
Valley State, they've been aggressive in the paint, and they dominantly, mostly with the bench strength of Cameron Linden, who continues to show out and hustle every opportunity she gets. If our defense continues to play as they should be, the Tigers should bring it home. I'm Amaya Ash, and this is your halftime report.
All right, thanks a lot, Amaya. And so now we start the second half. D. Travis, when you start looking at the this second half of the ball game, Valley just 6 of 27 from the field in the first half. They scored a little bit more in the second quarter, and I don't know if that was more about their scoring or Grambling really turning the ball over. 17 turnovers in the first half for the Lady Tigers.
Turnovers will definitely kill you, but also Mississippi Valley's just not cashing in. They've missed, I can't even count how many layups at point-blank range. So they're definitely going to have to capitalize if they want to make any noise in the second half.
Near turnover again there, and the Delta Devilettes able to recover a little bit, but Grambling basketball. Inside, Conley Banks, shot up, good, nice shooter's touch. Conley Banks now with 4 points in the ball game. And she's 2 for 2 from the field. A steal by Shakala Hill.
Shakala Hill misses, but she gets her own rebound, goes back up.
No good.
Loose ball again.
Well, the ball is just, Shakala French, she gets 2 or 3 rebounds there, so she's got like 5 or 6 rebounds now just off of that. Back down on the other end, and an easy bucket for Valley in transition. 6 points now for Angelica Darkus. Connolly Banks goes in, gets the shot.
Saw Grambling moving the ball there to get it into the inside of Connolly Banks. And Jasmine Holman for Mississippi Valley just reached and left her wide open.
Grambling with the, I should say, Devilettes with the basketball. Nice drive, shot up, no good by Smith. Valley coming away with the rebound, 8:54 third quarter. And I believe we have a clock problem again.
Need a shot clock.
Had to reset it to 27 if I'm not mistaken.
Still Devilettes ball as they're working it. Shot up and good. It's going to be Angelica Darkus. She now has 8 points. Grambling works it to the inside just to kick it to the outside of Jasmine Boyd, but she can't cash in. I tell you, so much dribbling, they dribbled into their own player.
Yeah. Shot up, good, nice shot.
That's Mosley amongst the trees.
(37-27) the score. 7:38 remaining here in the third quarter play. Cameron London coming into the ball game. Chicago Hill for three, no good, did not hit the rim, and it goes out of bounds. 37-27 to score. 7:16 remaining in the third quarter, and you don't need shots like that.
Not at all. No need to force anything. Well, the shot clock really forced them to put that shot up, actually, but you got to be able to know what shot you have and be able to try and set something up with the amount of time that you have left, because you can set something up with 5 seconds left to go still. As that ball goes out of bounds. Looks like he's going to stay with the Devilettes. 20 seconds left on the shot clock now for the Devilettes as ball's to the top of the key.
Good three-pointer. And that's the Kendra Bassett, 37-30. Valley now within 7. 6:55 remaining here in the third quarter.
See Coach Johnson for the Devilettes trying to rally the troops on the bench now.
Justice Coleman inside to Forte. Shot goes up, no good, off the mark. And they just cannot find that mark on the inside. Valley with the basketball going inside. Shot up, no good. And it's a foul coming up. It'll be charged to Valley. And it looks, even though it was a foul, Coach Johnson really applauding the effort. And that foul is going to go against number 34, Nyla Smith.
Jasmine Boyd to the inside to get it back. Pump fake. Back to the inside. Justice Coleman too short, so now it's going back the other way with the Devilettes. Corner three on the way, no good.
Goes out of bounds, back to Lady Tigers.
Cross-court pass tipped and turned over.
Yep, and here comes Kendra Bassett. Shot up, no good.
She traveled.
Goes back to Grambling, 37-35, 56 remaining here in the third quarter. Oh, nearly picked the pocket of one of the Delta Devil players. That's going to be a cheap one on Cameron London. And for Cameron, that'll be her first personal. Yep, first personal on Cameron London. And going to the line for Mississippi Valley will be number 23, Mosley. Mosley shooting 66%. First free throw up, good. And now into the ball game. Takara Parsons taking out Justice Coleman.
She makes both. She's going to come out, and Christy Parker is going to take her spot.
Lady Tigers right now on top 37-32 as the Devilettes have cut this now to 5 points. Cross-court pass to Jasmine Boyd. Oh, and a nice steal by the Kendra Bassett. And Bassett goes in for two, and it's now a 3-point lead now for the Grambling Lady Tigers. And Chicago Hill goes in for the shot, no good, 4:58 remaining in the third quarter. And we have a timeout on the floor, 37-34. Chicala Hill will go to the free throw line when we come back. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network and watching it live on GSU TV.
You can start here and go anywhere. I promise you, you can start here and go anywhere. Here at Grambling State University, where everybody is. God bless you.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hamby Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. The Lady Tigers right now on top of the Devilettes 37-34, wants a 10-point lead, and now it has dwindled down to 3, and a lot of that missed shots on one side, Valley hitting shots on the other.
Just very lackadaisical basketball being played right now.
Well, Chicala Hill will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple here. First free throw is up and good. Now a 4-point lead. Chicala Hill, as we said, close to a 70% free throw shooter coming into the weekend. Second free throw in and out, no good.
Double dribble. It'll be Lady Tiger basketball now. Tell you, the turnover department is almost identical. 19 turnovers for Grambling, 18 turnovers for Mississippi Valley.
Shot up by Forte is up and good.
Cameron London got a hand on that, but not enough to alter it.
Shot up, no good. Foul coming up against Grambling. 2-shot foul coming up, and going to the line for the Devilettes will be Sydney Ward. Well, D-Trav, I tell you what, one of the biggest things that the Lady Tigers will have to be careful of is the fouls now. Ariel Williams coming into the ball game. She'll take out Jasmine Boyd. And Cameron London coming out of the ball game.
Washington checks in for her.
Second free throw up and no good off the back of the iron.
Brandon swinging the ball to the inside, but just out of the hands of Forte. So now it'll go back to the Devilettes.
Coach Johnson really trying to encourage the girls because it's just a 6-point deficit here for the Devilettes.
Definitely come a long way from earlier deficits.
Yeah, they were down 10, 12 points earlier. Three-pointer on the way, and that is by Sydney Ward, up no good, and the rebound by Grambling. Here comes Chicala Hill. Shot up, no, it's traveling violation.
tried to split the defenders, get to the inside, and just lost her footing. As you can see on GSU TV, gets in there, but just
lost
trips.
her footing, yep. So Valley basketball, 40-34 the score. Coach Murray sending in the defensive set. Forte defending the middle of the floor right now. Ball was out of bounds off of Valley, back to Grambling. Just an errant pass there. Ariel Williams with the basketball. Now to Chicago Hill. 3:14 left in the third quarter. Foul coming up, and it'll be charged to Valley. And it looks like that's going to be charged to Mosley.
That's going to be her first.
Yep, it's going to be charged to Mosley. First personal. And now Grambling basketball. Takara Parsons now left side of Chicago Hill. Inside to Forte. And it's stolen away, this time into the hands of Ronnie Williams. Williams will drive. She shoots. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Forte. Looked like she had position, but may have been moving her feet.
If I'm not mistaken, that's her third.
Oh, yeah, she swung at the ball as well.
Conley Banks coming in. Expect her to come in for Forte.
Free throw up and good by Ronnie Williams, 5'6" freshman from Memphis, Tennessee. Double dribbling violation. And Coach Murray saying that the defender touched the ball, which it looked like she did.
It definitely looked like the ball was swiped out of her hands.
Wow, tough call going against Grambling right there. 40-36, 2:26 remaining in the third quarter of play.
I'll tell you one thing, that defense, that double team swarmed her.
Three-pointer on the way by Christy Parker, up no good. Grambling with the rebound, coming down to Washington. Now Chicago Hill comes away with it. And Hill's foul. Nope, she stepped on the end line, and it goes back to Valley. 40-36, down to 4 points now, and they've got a few Valley fans that have come to the ball game tonight. Valley's about 3-hour drive from Grambling. Thought about the three-pointer. Sydney Ward shot good. 40-38, now a 2-point deficit for the Devilettes. They have fought back. Foul coming up against Ronnie Williams. I'll tell you what, whatever was said at halftime, the Devilettes have really improved, and Coach Murray is all in his players right now. They have really got to buckle down. And it is a full timeout, so we'll take a timeout here. Full timeout. Grambling on top 40-38, minute 39 remaining in the third quarter. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hovey Assembly Center. Grambling Lady Tigers on top 40-38 with a minute 39 remaining here in the third quarter of play. And D. Travis, you know, one of the things that is really concerning right now is Lady Tigers really have lost quite a bit of like that energy that they really had early on in the ball game.
Started off the game with a score of 20-9 in favor of the Lady Tigers. And now it's just a 2-point game.
Lady Tigers with the basketball. Tight defense played by Valley. And that's going to be a foul coming up. Going to be against the Delta Devils. And that's going to be charged to number 4, Christy Parker.
Ariel Williams to the line now.
And she misses the first one off the back of the iron. .125 remaining in the third quarter. Nice baseline. Ronnie Williams, should say Christy Parker, driving the baseline, and it's now tied at 40, D. Travis.
Almost stolen right there.
Kara Parsons now to Shakala Hill. Three-pointer on the way, no good. And the rebound by Washington. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Washington. And the Delta Devil fans that have come over really cheering them on right now. Into the ball game, Jasmine Boyd, Justice Coleman. The start of this half reminds me of the first half of the Jackson game. Not as crisp, a little bit more sloppy in this half.
You can't just fault Grambling, though. You got to admit, Mr. Bailey did come out with a much different game plan.
Very intense in the second half. Very intense in the second half. There's going to be a blocking foul on Grambling. And now Valley can take the lead. Ward goes to the line to shoot a couple. First free throw up, no good. Goes out of bounds.
Both free throws missed there.
38 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Jasmine Boyd. Oh, trying to go inside. It goes out of bounds and back to Mississippi Valley. Been a tough quarter for the Lady Tigers. .33 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Shot up, no good. Rebound by Jasmine Boyd, and they wanted to travel.
And they're going to get it.
Wow, at the last minute, but they got it nonetheless. 40-40 our score. 19 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Eight seconds remaining. Inside pass, almost a foul by Justice Coleman. Here's a three-pointer on the way by Ward, up no good. Tied at 40 as we have ended the third quarter of play. 40-40, we'll take this timeout. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network and watching live on GSU TV. Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. Entering the fourth quarter, 40-40. Not exactly what we thought may happen, but you have to give a lot of credit to Mississippi Valley and their grit and grind in the third quarter. As a matter of fact, they outscored Grambling 19-7 in the third quarter.
They definitely came back ready to play. Now we got 10 minutes of basketball left to try and determine a winner.
And they shot 50% from the field in the third quarter as well. Grambling shot just 23%, 3 of 13 from the field in the third quarter. Leading the way is Shakala Hill, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 5 turnovers.
As that shot finally goes in for the Devilettes. That's Michaela Bonner on the inside, her first points of the game.
42-40 the score. Goes out of bounds off of Grambling, back to Mississippi Valley.
This is the first lead for Mississippi Valley since early in the ball game.
That's right. Coach Johnson saying they got to get moving. 42-40 the score. Inside. Nice job defensively by the Lady Tigers. Now back to the inside. Shot up, no good. Nice positioning on the rebound. That's Aaron Smith. Bassett now driving. Looked like a travel there. Three-pointer on the way, no good. And the putback is up and good as the shot clock expires. Wow.
Got to find a body and box out if you want to get any rebounds on the defensive end.
2-3 zone now set up by Mississippi Valley. 44-40, 8:40 remaining in the game. And this is one of those times, man, where Grambling really needs a bucket to kind of stop this, because when you look back at where this game was with about 4:58 in the third quarter, it was 37-34. It was 33-21 with about 33-21 at the half, and so they've made a comeback here. And now a foul by Mississippi Valley.
The foul's going to be on Aaron Smith. It's our second.
Two players with 2 fouls now for Valley. And that's what they needed right there. Shakala Hill.
Shakala Hill with her back to the basket. Gets
now
it to go
has
in.
13 points. So check that, she has 14 points. Valley with the basketball. 8:01 remaining in the game. Bassett. Three-pointer on the way up and no good. Ball tipped. And it comes down, out of bounds, back to Mississippi Valley. 44-42. 7:51 remaining in the ball game.
Looks like Forte is coming into the game for Conley Banks. Long three ball, no good for Mississippi Valley. Justice Coleman comes with the ball.
And Jasmine Boyd comes away with the ball after the steal to Justice Coleman. Over to Forte. Forte missed it. Goes back up and she's fouled. Man, you got to hit those. Bunnies in the middle, you got to hit them.
Prior to that play, Forte actually took a shot to the face, so you got to wonder if that affected her shot or even her sight.
Well, Grambling will go to the free throw line. 7:32 remaining in the contest. It's Jasmine Forte. A couple of throws coming up here.
Still look like Forte's eye is bothering her a little bit. Referee had to go over and check, make sure she's okay.
Needs these free throws.
First shot.
First one, no good. Into the ball game now for Mississippi Valley, number 34, Nyla Smith. She made the second one, 44-43 the score.
Now we have a 1-point ball game.
Yeah, it's going to be a foul coming up against Grambling. 44-43. It's going to go against, is that Forte?
I believe so. That's her fourth.
Oh, that's 5. Oh. Connolly
man.
Banks will now come in, and now they lose a little bit more height on the inside. Coach Murray discussing the call with the official, saying that she had the ball and not fouled the arm. And regardless, now it looks like Forte is now out of the ball game. Connolly Banks will come in. First free throw is up and good. Second free throw is up and good. 46-43 now goes to a 3-point lead. Mosley now with 12 points in the ball game. Mosley has exceeded her season average. Justice Coleman driving the baseline. And she throws it away in the hands of Darkus. She gets it down to the floor to Bassett. Three-pointer on the way. Oh, man. That's now a 6-point lead. Grambling time. No, they're going to call a timeout. Valley. We have a timeout on the floor by Mississippi Valley. 49-43 the score. 6:50 remaining in the contest. It is a full timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network and live on GSU TV.
And the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester. Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be. In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Ticket. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center, and Valley now taking their biggest lead of the ball game, if I'm not mistaken now, a 6-point lead.
Definitely had a wake-up call. It started at the half, so definitely going to see how this goes.
Out of bounds, back to Valley. Boy, they are really not playing the way that Coach Murray had expected here in this contest.
Grambling now has 31 turnovers.
Wow.
31.
(49-43), still 6.5 remaining to play, though. And a foul coming up on Grambling, on Valley rather.
Loose ball foul.
It will be Grambling ball out of bounds.
That's going to be against Nyla Smith. That's her first.
Cameron London, I should say Shakala Hill to Justice Coleman. Shot up and no good. Shakala Hill gets the rebound. She goes back up, can't hit the shot. Yancey gets it and gets it back out to Jasmine Boyd. Good hustle on that. Shakala Hill three-pointer off the mark, no good. Yancey loses it, and it comes back down to Mississippi Valley. Nice pick by Justice Coleman, and she gets it to Jasmine Boyd. To Yancey. They move the ball around now. Jasmine Boyd for three, no good, way off the mark there. And coming away with the basketball is Desiree Mosley. Really, they just need twos. They don't really need threes right away.
You're not a little over 5 minutes left. You don't need to get 2 threes and get right back in this ball game. You can get shots on the inside.
Yeah, you need a shot and a stop. Bassett with the ball. And shot clock violation.
Just not paying attention to the shot clock at all.
Takara Parsons now comes into the ball game for Grambling. Credit that to some good defense. And also, as you said, not paying attention on the part of Valley. And Connolly Banks will come out of the ball game.
Usually in those situations, you'll have the coach or even the bench talking about, counting down the shot clock. Nobody said anything about the shot clock. And all you just hear is a buzzer and a shot clock violation.
So now Grambling will get the ball back here. 49-43. Grambling on top, 4-5. Grambling trailing now with 4:48 remaining in the ball game. And they just need buckets right now. They don't need three-pointers necessarily. A shot and a stop. Scholar Hill driving, going up, good. That's what you need. Shot and now a stomp on the other side. 4-point deficit, 49-45. Try the three-pointer there, and it's going to be a foul coming up. Is that going to be a charge?
They're going to get actually Parsons on the foul.
Takara Parsons with the foul. It's going to be a two-shot foul here. And so now with that, 49-45, Grambling trailing, 4:14 remaining in the game. And going to the line will be Desiree Mosley.
First shot, no good. Second one, no good. Grambling gets the ball into the hands of Jasmine Boyd.
There's a shot by Justice Coleman up, and man, could not get the shooter's roll. (49-45), still just a 4-point deficit. Here's Bassett all the way in. Man, no one stopped her. Now back to a 6-point lead. Lady Tigers desperately need to stop the bleeding there. Chicala Hill shot up, no good. And ball coming back to Valley. A lot of grit shown by these young ladies here from Valley. And there's going to be a timeout called by Valley. Coach Johnson wanted a foul there. 51-45, 3:26 remaining. It's going to be a 30-second timeout charge to Mississippi Valley. Well, I'll tell you what, this has been not one of those games that if you are the Grambling Lady Tigers, if you can pull this game out, there's a lot of things you got to talk about before you go to Southern University next week.
Absolutely. It's these moments where it's like, okay, let's finish this out. We can talk about what, we did do and didn't do later, but right now you got to focus on finishing the game.
Got to finish the game, absolutely. Coach Ashley Walker Johnson trying to turn some things around here. And another bucket there. No bucket. Offensive foul charged to Valley. And that one's going to be charged to Sydney Ward. Cameron London coming back into the ball game. Sydney Ward just picked up her second personal foul, I believe. Grambling needs a bucket. 3:13 remaining, still plenty of time left to go in this ball game. And they got Cameron London in the air as another shooter, of course. Zone set up by Grambling. They were all over Cameron London and almost left Chicala Hill wide open. Still 13 on the shot clock. 2:54 remaining in the ball game. Chicala Hill goes up for the shot, no good. Wanted the foul, no call. Sydney Ward with the rebound for the Delta Devilettes. Bassett with the basketball. 18 left on the shot clock. 2:34 remaining in the game. Valley up by 6. Bassett throws. Sydney Ward off of her foot. And she recovers the basketball. Cross-court pass to Bassett. Now she gets the ball over to Parker. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. And she gets the ball, and the shot goes up. No. Traveling violation on Valley. Good defense by Grambling. Now they need a shot. They're getting the stuff, but they got to hit shots.
Right, that's just half the battle. Defense just half the battle in this situation. So you got to be able to go back on the offense and make it translate into points. 9 seconds left on the shot clock now.
And that's going to be a foul coming up on the floor against Valley.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Big ass back. That last shoot. Come on. Put that Smurf shirt on. For real. Come on. No, you didn't. Come on. You're doing too much.
Shakala Hill will go to the free throw line, and she needs both of these. With 1:50 remaining, time is of the essence now. Down 4. 2 shots at the free throw line. First free throw up, good. Back down to 5. And now coming back into the ball game is going to be Aaron Smith to bring back a little bit of offense.
Back to the game also is Yancey. She comes in for Parsons.
One more free throw, cut it to 4. Oh, she just can't hit the back end of that 2 shot. 51-46, now back to a 5-point lead. 51-46 remaining in 140 remaining in the ball game. Bassett with the basketball. Tight defense play there by Grambling. Inside, nice bucket. Inside, no bucket. Right at the bucket, Bonner can't hit it. Jasmine Boyd steps up. Tried to throw it to Cameron London, and London wasn't there.
But it stays with Grambling, they're saying. The Devilettes tipped it.
Yancey for 3, takes it herself and cuts it to a 2-point game with 1:10 remaining. Just what the Grambling Lady Tigers needed, but now they need a stop, no foul. Plenty of time.
This is exactly what I talk about. Games all win in the first minute, they're won in the last, and here we go.
Bassett out at the 3-point line. Trying to move the ball around. Nice fake shot up, no good. And Grambling with the basketball. Shakala Hill coming up with it, 40 seconds remaining. Still plenty of time. Justice Coleman in there, she can't hit the shot. Justice Coleman missing it from point blank range. 28 seconds remaining, timeout Valley. 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, that could be a heartbreaker right there. Full timeout, so we'll take a timeout as well. Full timeout, 51-49, Grambling trailing, 27 seconds left. We'll take this timeout, we'll be right back.
You can start here and go anywhere. I promise you, you can start here and go anywhere. You're at Grambling State University, where everybody is. God bless you.
Back to the center, Chiabi Assembly Center. Shakala Hill gets the ball, steals it, and gets one! Shakala Hill goes in and scores, tied at 51 with 23 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Shakila Hill doing Shakila Hill things.
Shakila Hill getting the ball, and what a job. It's the steal off the tip. Shakila Hill tipped the inbound pass, goes all the way in, and that may have just saved the ball game for Grambling, but she's got to hit it. Now there's 23 seconds remaining in the ball game, so she's going to have to hit this. The officials are over at the replay table to find out how much time exactly is on the clock.
I think they may be looking to see if this is actually a flagrant.
If it is, that would really be bad for Valley, because that means that Grambling could actually get a shot and the ball. We'll have to see here in just a second. They're looking at the replay monitor right now to determine the foul, I believe, is going to be on LaKendra Bassett.
So they're sticking with the original call now.
One shot. And Chicala Hill needs this one, and they got to have a stop. No foul on the other side. Chicala Hill free throw, good. 52-51, Grambling on top. 23 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Parsons now checks into the game for London.
It was just a sub. That's what they're telling the Devilettes. It was just a sub. It was not a timeout.
Somebody you got to tell the band that.
And they're telling everybody to find somebody. LaKendra Bassett, she will be defended by Chicala Hill. 23 seconds. Bassett with the ball, 18 seconds. Defended by Chicala Hill. 15 seconds. Bassett still with the basketball. Out at the three-point line. No foul here. It's a foul on Chicala Hill. They're calling the foul on Chicala Hill. It'll be side out, though. Wow, they call a foul on Chicala Hill. Luckily, there was only 3 team fouls in a half, and so that means that Chicala, or in the quarter rather, and that means that Valley will have the ball side out. 8 seconds remaining in the ball game. Inbounding the basketball is Mosley. Out of bounds off of Mississippi Valley. It goes off of Parker as she loses control.
A tech is called. I think they called a tech on Chicala Hill.
I'm not sure what they're calling.
A lot of things were actually happening in that sequence. First of all, Coach Murray was actually trying to get a timeout before the ball was inbounded, and they're calling a tech on Chicala Hill for going after the ball went out of bounds. Because if you see it, Parker still had the ball after it was out of bounds, and Chicala Hill went for it, so now they're calling a tech on her, and they're talking about it right now.
Well, let's see what happens here. We're going to look at this inbound play.
Ball's inbounded.
And they're discussing it.
Oh, there's the taunting. Taunting, clapping in the face.
They're going to call a technical foul on Chicala Hill. Oh, unbelievable. They're going to call a technical foul on Chicala Hill, and that will give Christy Parker 2 shots for Mississippi Valley. Wow.
Christy Parker is 1 for 2 from the free throw line now, so.
Coach Freddie Murray is furious. And now they're saying they want Mosley to shoot it. Mosley is 67 or 66% coming into the weekend.
5 for 6 on the day. Here we go.
Got to hit both to go ahead. 1 to tie, 2 to win. 7 seconds remaining. First free throw up and good. That's always the big one. And
Always
they get one
the
more. Wow, they call a technical foul on Chicala Hill.
That's going to be the story of this game.
Next free throw up and good.
So now Grambling has to.
If I'm not mistaken, if it's a technical foul, it should be jump. It should be Valley basketball.
Yes, it is. That's what they're talking about.
That's going to be Valley basketball. Yep, that's going to be Valley basketball on the technical foul. Absolutely. They throw it back court. And they're going to call a foul with 5.7 seconds remaining. Grambling really had this game won, and Coach Murray is furious at the official calling that technical foul. Really saying that there's no way that they should have called that technical foul because it was really just a lot of energy there. And he's really saying it's not really the right call.
Emotions.
Yeah.
Emotions are definitely running high. Now, this has been a hard-fought game both ways.
You could really argue that technical foul against Chicago Hill. And remember, Grambling had fouls to give. Oh, and it says Valley basketball. It went off of Valley. Wow. That went off of Valley.
4.5 remaining.
They say Valley basketball. Let's look at that again. They can't see where the ball went off of there on that replay.
Hopefully we can see more from this replay.
Oh, that was off of Valley, it looked like.
And they're going to take a look at it. I hope they get the same angle that we just saw.
I want to look at that again, but it looked like it went right off of 13. No, you can't see it from that angle. You got to go to the other angle there. There was another angle to be shown. Here it is right here. That went off of Valley. It went off of her left hand.
Parsons didn't touch it.
It didn't even touch the ball.
Parsons did not touch the ball.
That went off of her left hand. And looking at that replay again.
Here's a better angle. Oh, this is
that went off of Valley.
That is definitely Grambling basketball. That is Grambling basketball.
What they're saying, they were trying to see if Parsons was the one that tipped it. Let's look at that one more time to see if Parsons was the one who tipped the basketball.
Honestly, it doesn't even look like Parsons even reached.
The only thing that we may have missed if she hit it from behind. We'll look at this again. It still looks like it's Valley basketball. Yeah, that's Valley basketball. That's Valley basketball. That is definitely Grambling basketball, rather.
I was waiting for you to catch yourself. Waiting for you to
Valley
catch yourself.
touched it last. It was touched last by Aaron Smith, and that definitely looked like it was off of Smith, and it should be Grambling basketball. Oh, they say it's,
then they're still saying
Valley
it's
basketball.
Mississippi Valley basketball.
Nope. Wow.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'll tell you, the only reason that should stay Mississippi Valley basketball, it had to be inconclusive. They couldn't tell definite if it was.
And they foul here, 2.4 left. Wow. That technical foul call will be the story of this ball game. To say that emotion warranted a technical foul, by rule you could call it, but really was a questionable call. Wow.
Grambling still has timeouts in the situation, so even with two made free throws, as the first one is missed, this is still a one-possession ball game.
2.4 seconds remaining. As soon as the ball comes off, they want a timeout.
First things first, though, you got to get the rebound.
Grambling has to get a rebound here if there's a miss. Bassett with the shot. It's good. 54-52, timeout Grambling. So they got to hit a 2 to tie, 3 to win here. And it is going to be a 30-second timeout. It's going to be a full timeout, but we're going to keep it right here.
Cameron London checks into the game now.
Well, I tell you what, going back to that technical foul, They called it because of the emotion of the ball game down on the end line there. It could have gone either way. And that really will be the story of this ball game, is that technical foul that was called by the official. And then because of that tech, Valley also got the ball back. And whether or not, you just have to think how this is going to turn out, but that could be the story. And then the call on the sideline, where on the replay, we didn't see where Takara Parsons touched the basketball at all. And maybe we missed something, but on both replays that we saw, Takara Parsons did not touch the basketball.
I don't see them having any type of evidence to where they can confirm that as being Mississippi Valley basketball. So the only really way it could have been Mississippi Valley basketball if it was they just couldn't tell from any angle shown. Now we have 2.4 seconds left on the clock. Grambling basketball, this is the be-all, end-all.
See what Grambling can do. Yancey will inbound. Jasmine Boyd with the shot, and Boyd's going to have to take the shot. Cameron London, there was no call on the foul. No call there. It looked like Cameron London was fouled. And now Grambling loses a heartbreaker, 54-52. 3 questionable calls by the officials down the stretch. And the Delvalettes come out of here and steal one from Grambling. Wow. Unbelievable at the end. We'll take this 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes. Upset here in Grambling. Stunned. The crowd absolutely stunned here at the end of the ball game. We'll take this timeout, 2-minute timeout. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network and GSU TV.
The official Grambling State University app is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester. Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be. In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Ticket. Drive sober or get pulled over.
All right. And welcome back here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network and GSU TV, the Grambling State University Lady Tigers. It was a tough one, 54-52. Head Coach Freddie Murray joining us. Coach, that was a lot that happened in the last 60 seconds of that ball game.
Yeah, I can't really explain it right now. I could go so many different ways with this, but my head goes off to Valley.
One of the things that you talk about, Coach, all the time is you don't want things to come down to the last minute, a call here or there. What do you think was really the turning point of the ball game?
Pretty much the second half. Valley knew they were down. They knew they had to come back and play with a lot of energy, and that's what they did.
Coach, got to get back to the drawing board. Southern coming up. What do you tell the girls?
Hey, you win some, you lose some. You got to come back and regroup and be ready to play on Saturday.
Absolutely. Coach, thank you for your time, brother. Appreciate you. All right, Grambling Lady Tigers lose a tough one by the score of 54-52. For the Grambling Sports Radio Network side, we're going to take this 2-minute timeout and be right back for GSU TV. That'll be our broadcast for tonight. Of course, you can watch the Grambling men's game on ESPNU. We'll see you later, everybody, and we'll be right back on GSU TV, on GSU Radio Network.